Article 19, amend Londonderry Municipal Code Title I, General Code 1, Section 813.a. Shall the town vote to amend the Londonderry Municipal Code Title I, General Code 1, Section 8.13.a.
Point of order, Mr. Moderator.
Yes.
There was a motion to restrict reconsideration and a second on Article 18. We need to vote on that.
Oh, sorry, I thought we did. All's in favor of restricting reconsideration? It's been a long day. Thank you. Reconsideration is restricted. Thank you, Mr. Cassidy. Yes.
Good job, Patrick.
Okay. Yep. Yep. Okay.
Are there any differences?
The amendment? Yes, there is. Do you want me to review it?
Maybe we should clarify that the intent is that they're all conform to, because we don't want different iterations of binding.
So just as a point of clarification, because of the topics of each of these articles is different, the amendments need to be slightly different. So the amendment we just voted on for article number 18, the language to be added says this article is advisory only. Are we comfortable with that?
Yay!
I don't believe there's we voted on the intent of the amendment. I believe this language satisfies that intent. I don't see a need for another vote. Am I safe on that?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you, folks. All right, Article 19. The proposal is to, in the municipal code, in the section meetings, to insert the words, and shall be recorded after the words, quote, shall meet at a time the best for the general population, close quote. This will allow the general public to access the recording at a time most convenient to them to ensure access for all citizens to all committees' meetings, submitted by citizen petition. I'll accept a motion to open this for discussion from the council.
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
And because this has no dollar impact, neither the town council nor the budget committee made a recommendation. Ms. Paul, I think as the petitioner, you made your presentation last time, and it covers this as well, similar topic?
Yes.
Okay. Is there any further discussion on this? Well, let me ask, please, legal opinion on this one.
I'm going to be very popular by the time this is over, I can tell. For the reasons that I've discussed, this article also proposes an amendment to the charter, which will be advisory only if it passes. It is also inconsistent with some language in the charter that gives the committees authority to set their own rules of procedure.
Mr. Moderator, to address the Ms. Hendricks' question, if I may, that was raised in the last article. A good chunk of this is already in process. When I took over as town manager, I heard, from a lot of folks that, gosh, it'd be nice if we had better access after the fact or just remotely in real time to what was happening with the various boards and committees. And we've moved in that direction. There are, as you point out, certain logistical considerations. However, the direction that I have given to my staff is we need to get to the point where we're recording most, if not all, boards and committee meetings. There are some challenges to recording supervisor of the checklist meetings because those are really taking place over a larger area. They're working sessions. It's in the town clerk's office. There may be a way to do that. That's certainly something that we're willing to look at. But I think the community should know that we're already moving in this direction.
Okay, good. Further discussion on article number 19.
Dave Ellis, 1 Wilshire Drive. I'd like to request that the recording quality, someone look at it technically, because a lot of these meetings are recorded, but you can't hear what's being said. The Conservation Commission meetings are particularly bad. They are inaudible on the recording. You just see faces and flushes. Even town council is almost impossible to hear on the recording.
If I may, Mr. Moderator, so I've noticed the same thing. It really is a factor of how close your mouth is to the microphone. I think we all, whether we get animated or it's getting late, we tend to back away from the microphone. But it's a good point. There may be technological things that we can do to assist in that regard, but I think the easiest thing that we can do is have our committee and board chairs remind everyone to speak into the microphone.
Jonathan Esposito, 5 Shelley Drive. Mr. Moderator, pertinent to the citizens petition that's being raised, may I ask the town manager, if he could, because he did somewhat preempt my question, if he could specifically elaborate what steps that are potentially available to the town of Londonderry to make the recording of the supervisors of the checklist meetings available, because that has been a significant item of concern to some citizens, and it does somewhat relate to this article. Thank you.
You may. Mr. Town Manager?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Moderator. So the simplest thing would be to place a microphone on the counter and conduct the meeting that way.
Thanks.
But taking that into consideration, Mr. Town Manager, according to the charter under 8.13B, each committee shall determine its own rules and order of business unless otherwise provided by the charter or by law. The agenda and the minutes shall be kept as required by state law and as amended. The chair and the secretary shall be elected annually in accordance with the committee's rules and procedure. We are complying with state law now. I'm all for recording all meetings, but we are complying with state law.
We are exceeding the requirements of state law at this point in time. And I would just point out as well, Mr. Chairman, to just amplify that point, 91A has a set of provisions that pertain to open meetings. All of these meetings are open, with limited exceptions as permitted under the right to know law if something sensitive is confidential is being discussed. But if somebody is at the most basic level, anybody's free to come and record an open meeting, and that does happen from time to time. So all of these meetings are open. They are, to the chairman's point, we are exceeding the floor, if you will, that state law sets. It is up to each board and committee under the town charter to set their own rules of order, and I think I would include this in that.
Thank you. I'd be happy to accept an amendment to add the words, this is advisory only, if somebody's willing to make that amendment. If not, this will go to the warrant as written. Second. Was that you, Mr. Scudlart? Yes. Okay, and we have a second? Okay. The amendment, it's the same as the last one. This will be advisory only. All those in favor of the amendment, please raise your cards. The amendment passes. So this article, as amended, will move to the ballot. Have a motion to restrict. We have a second. All those in favor of restricting reconsideration, please raise your cards. Reconsideration is restricted.